Welcome to the Northwest Cup Series Daytona 500 in season number 5. 28 drivers fill your field for a 12-lap race for the season 5 opener. I'm joined by Timothy Brown, aka NJJ489.
Hello everybody, welcome to Daytona for a great race here to open up season 5. We have nice clear skies today and I'm going to be ready to have a fun one.
Ready for a fun one indeed. A great race last season as we get ready for your starting lineup. Row 1, it's Kyle Larson on pole next to Daniel Suarez.
In row 2, you got Brad Keselowski next to Tyler Reddick.
In row number 3, Kyle Busch in that new machine next to teammate Austin Dillon.
In row 4, we got Ross Chastain next to Chris Buescher.
In row number 5, running off your top 10 is Chase Briscoe next to teammate Ryan Preece. So in last season's Daytona 500, we saw a very wild finish, but no wreck on the last lap. But that did not happen at any of the super speedway races after. Atlanta 1, we saw a wreck on the last lap. Talladega, we saw a wreck on the last lap. And so did Atlanta 2. What do you think we're going to see today here?
I just think it's going to be very action-packed. We got nearly 30 cars up in here. I just think it's going to be very hectic the entire race.
Yeah, the third largest NWCS field ever with the new next-gen machines. As you see, row 14, two JDR teammates running it off. Kyle Larson, he's on pole today. We're looking for a good run by him. His Hendrick Cars.com Chevy is very fast today. Kyle Larson, look out for on pole. Behind them, Brad Keselowski, he won duel number 1. He's very excited with this new Roush Fenway Keselowski racing team. He hopes that he can get another win here since season 3 at Bristol. Chris Buescher, two-time Daytona 500 winner in the Northwest Cup Series, leading that Roush Fenway brigade. He's starting farther back than teammate Keselowski, but we'll see if these two can hook up this race. Chase Briscoe, oh so close last season, lost in a photo finish to Kurt Busch. He's hoping to turn his luck around, starting in the top 10. Ryan Blaney has wrecked out in his duel this season, and he's starting way at the back of the field, but he's hoping to get this win today, as he's your last season champion, so watch out for him today. The Daytona 500 will start soon here on the Northwest Cup Series channel. Getting ready to go green here at Daytona. Green flag in the air. Kyle Larson leads the field down.
As we head off with turn number 2 down the back straightaway, Larson and Keselowski out front here, single file. Looks like the 8 car of Kyle Busch goes high. Larson goes with him.
Yeah, Chevy's 3 in a row there on the outside lane. Brad Keselowski looks like he's going to drop back the position to Daniel Suarez. 3 wide there in the back of the field with the Toyotas.
Seems like they're trying to make 3 wide. Reddick outside with Kyle Busch, who Reddick was usually in that 8 car before, but now Larson now blocking Reddick.
Reddick to the outside of Larson here. These Toyotas trying to charge their way to the front. 2 Monster Energy machines lead down the back straightaway.
Yep, and those monster cars out front. You got Martin Truex Jr. setting them behind them, and all of the Toyotas. So it's basically the Toyota brigade out front here at Daytona on lap 4.
Every single one of them on that inside line now, as here comes the 2 Penske Racing teammates, Austin Cindric and Joey Logano. With help from Stenhouse, Truex blocks that run there. Momentum stalls out. Oh, Larson and Stenhouse around, and Stenhouse is up and over. Barrel rolling through the Daytona front stretch grass. And that's going to be a caution, the first caution of the day on lap 5 of 12. I was going to mention we haven't had a caution yet, in every Daytona 500 before has had a caution on lap number 3. But this caution on lap number 5, as you see Ricky Stenhouse Jr. rolling down in the front straightaway grass.
Price that car didn't flip more there. It didn't go into a way worse of a tumble, a wacky blowover for Ricky Stenhouse as he does his tumble on the front stretch.
Yeah, and Kyle Larson took a pretty big shot there, you can see, Tim.
Yeah, it was just very awkward spot. It looks like where BJ McLeod hit last season in the duels. But I mean, just, wow, what a crash here. Just below halfway.
Yeah, these cars very light compared to last season. We saw Truex get a little bit up in the air during his duel. We saw Denny Hamlin hop up in the air. And worst thing that could have happened, but Stenhouse is out of the car into the infield care center. But a big crash here on lap 5 of 12 as we get ready to go back green. Green flag back in the air. It's Ty Gibbs and Tyler Reddick. Ty and Ty on through the corner.
Go to up into the wall, both Monster Energy cars. The big one's happening on the front of the field, and Austin Cindric's your leader. But all the Toyotas are crashed, and the red flag is out.
Yeah, what in the world just happened there? As it looks like Reddick might have gotten a shove by team owner Denny Hamlin, and a big accident. And I think every Toyota's out. Chris Buescher, 2-time Daytona 500 winner, out in this wreck as well.
These Toyotas were running so good in the early half of this race, and it all just came apart there on the restart. And they just collided, and the 54 of Gibbs just went on his side, hit the wall roof first. That just doesn't look good, but the Penske cars lead him out front after.
So a total face swap of this Daytona 500. We thought it was going to be a wild one, and there it is. Big one on lap number 7 of 12.
Just a rough impact. Can't really see what happens to Buescher and Ty Dillon, or the 42-0 Gregson, in the back, but you can just see Bubba Wallace and Kyle Busch fly in there late.
Yeah, also, I think it was near Wallace.
But just a lot of cars piled up here.
We're going to get ready to go back green on lap 10 of 12. The green flag's back in the air. It's Joey Logano and Austin Cindric. Logano gets the teammate move down to the inside lane as there's only 3 laps to go here. Cindric on the bumper of Logano. Logano blocks up. Logano back down on Byron. Logano gets turned. Keselowski's into him as well. Harvick, huge hit into the wall. LaJoie's involved, and so is Eric Jones.
Wow, another big crash on another restart here. This is going to give us overtime here in the Daytona 500, but another red flag is out. Multiple cars piled up in turns 3 and 4.
Yeah, and that took out pretty much all the fast forwards there, as you see Keselowski dual winner, and then LaJoie and Eric Jones innocent bystanders. So was Kevin Harvick. But it looks like right here, just a bad bump from William Byron. That pointed nose on that Camaro, I'm telling you, it's going to be a problem this season. And there goes Kevin Harvick. Huge hit into the outside wall. Jones collects. Yeah, definitely was a massive hit there for that 4 machine. But Logano took a pretty good shot too. And then Keselowski drives right up under him. And then nowhere to go for Eric Jones, LaJoie, or Kevin Harvick.
Yeah, I mean, just the way Harvick goes down into the field and then back up into the wall was just such a rough impact. Or Eric Jones, getting into Harvick. But I mean, just another huge crash.
Yeah, big crash here on lap number 10 of 12 at Daytona. Another replay here. But it looks like William Byron's going to be your leader with Austin Cindric behind him. The big one on lap 10 of 12 here in the Daytona 500 sends us into overtime. As the sun is set here, we'll get a 2 to go restart. Green flag back in the air. William Byron's your leader.
They head off a 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. The Cindric look high. He does 3 wide for the lead. But Byron keeps it coming into 3 and 4, coming to the white flag.
First 3 wide we've seen all day. Teammate to teammate. Outside lane, inside lane. William Byron lead them to the turns 1 and 2 here.
We head down the back straight for the final time. Elliott looks high. He gets sideways. Off Byron upside down. We're coming into 3 and 4 for the final time.
Here comes Bowman to the outside lane. Chase Briscoe looking for a run to the line. They door bang. Chase Briscoe, it looks like, is going to win the Daytona 500 against Ryan Blaney.
There's literally no cars left, but your dual 2 winner, Daniel Suarez, Chase Elliott, and William Byron flipping over here on the last lap. Let's look at it again. Just a bad bump from Cindric, and wow, flipping over right in front of the field. It goes Byron. I don't even know how no one hit him, but another big crash.
Yeah, everyone got lucky to avoid that one. And you see Alex Bowman, more replay here, but Alex Bowman's going to have this huge run coming from the inside lane. He looks high, tries to block Cindric off, and here comes Briscoe with help from Preece. Blaney blocks low, but Briscoe fakes to the high side, and that's how Kurt Busch did it last year. A closer margin of finish, one of the closer NWCS finishes here at Daytona as they door bang to the line.
Yeah, I mean, what a finish there. Just that's a really close finish. Definitely one of the closest finishes in the NWCS and probably one of the closest Daytona 500 finishes. I do remember season 1 had one of the closest ones, but it only looked like there were like 9 cars or 8 cars left there.
Yeah, your top 5: Briscoe, Blaney, Bowman, Preece, and Chastain. Definitely was one of the biggest fields in Northwest Cup Series history, and the smallest amount of cars finishing a race, like intact. 9 cars finish the Daytona 500, but Byron gets points. Briscoe leads your points heading next week into the Procore 200. It's Briscoe, Blaney.
I was gonna say it was definitely one of the smallest fields to end it, though.
Yeah, it definitely was. We haven't seen something like that in a long time. But Briscoe, Blaney, Bowman, Preece, Chastain, Cindric, then Burton finish in the top 10. Almirola, Dillon, and Byron.
I mean, just a really fun race to watch. Very, 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 I would say entertaining and chaotic. But yeah, the next race is at Denver Raceway. And thank you for having me here, Northwest.
It is always a pleasure. We're getting ready for another race in about a week. Commentators have been yours truly, Victor Bassiani, and
Timothy Brown.
Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed the race. We're done being serious now. Thank you guys for watching.